guys evolve mentally here. Another video. The great thing about this is we're gonna do some exploring here. We also get some PvP from defending a city. I'm sure that they're sieging here, so I'll probably get some good PvPs in there if yellow shows up. We got a new chest, I think. So let's go and collect that bad boy. And we get a potion and some XP. So that is a win all around. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. I did mess this up. Oh man, so we missed a little bit of time here. That's unfortunate. Let's do this. I'm gonna turn notifications off. I forgot to do that. Whenever you're making a video, you really want to turn off your notifications so you're not getting, spammed with stuff. We'll do that one too. We're running out of resources quickly. So we're still healing from a fight that we actually got into. And I realize you might not be able to hear me because my game volume's through the roof. Heh. Heh. What? So here we are. So yeah, oh cool, I got a pact. Let's do that one. I feel like I'll get that one first. I don't know how this works fully yet, so I'm sorry that I can't explain this to the full potential. But if I'm gonna guess, it's basically a couple daily things that we do together, and we accumulate chests. Really good chests, apparently. I haven't even looked at these yet, but holy crap! I mean, you get stat cards, which are really important, actually. And it seems like you get dragon stones from everything. I think that's what they're called. Let's just make sure. Dragon glass. All right, but that's not the point in this video. The point in this video is to show you the beatdown that I got earlier. This kid tooled on me. It was really sad. I also attacked Grimwick a little bit too. I'm not going to show you these because I actually got bullied on some of them. This one I got really badly beat down and crushed. And it was a really good way to learn what does more or less damage. So that was a good learning experience. This was my match with this gentleman. I don't really think I had a chance here. His rose is better, or good enough to, really help him out. So it was a pretty even fight, though. I mean, stat-wise. He's like 10k ahead of me. Dropping the phone. He's dropping the phone. Don't worry about it. But he is a little bit ahead of me stat-wise. I'm really sad that I just did this. So I missed half of the fight, so we're going to retry it. I'm actually going to throw it into 0.5 mode too, because I love to show exactly what's going on. So boom, you see his rose, first off, has like 30 spiders summoned. Took out a large squadron right out the front. The poison damage is already slowing and affecting my troops. He's slowing them down now. So this is already kind of a loss right off the bat. He's got spiders, I don't have spiders. He didn't use his ability very good though. He should have actually used that back here, where it would have affected more spiders. So the good thing is I don't think this kid knows how to play to the best of his potential, or he made a mistake like I often do. So what you're seeing here is me get crushed, dude. I mean, look at these swarms of spiders right here where I'm tapping. I mean, there was no chance. So my goal now is to just take out as many spiders as possible. So I healed this right side. This left side, I don't remember what I do. I think I jumped. Yep, I jumped through field into the spiders to get a good stun off. Just buy me a little bit of time. I shouldn't have used mummies in this, so that's my mistake. Mummies weren't resurrecting anything here because he had nothing to resurrect. So, I mean, it might resurrect. I think they may resurrect my dead troops on the field and heal my troops, if I remember correctly. I have to relook into that. But other than that, they're not really helping me out here. And his rose is just dirtying my stuff. So, I really didn't have a chance here. He also had more silvers on the field than I did, too. Or maybe not, actually. I might have had more. I think I had 2 silvers on the field. So I think he had 2 or 3, but they weren't complete sets. So it was a pretty fair matchup. I think it was really just the spiders. It's the summons. It's hard to compete with at early games, especially as a free to play. I don't have a lot of the utility things that I would need. And since we're saving, someone pointed out earlier, which I really want to talk about. They pointed out. I don't want to go into chats too often. Yeah, I don't want to click into that, but somebody did give advice, shout out to Lord, about an item that can be used, and I might be able to foresee the item to at least show you what his idea was. So we're 4 minutes in already. I think it's this item. Yeah, so it's this item here. Does bonus damage to summoned units. It's really effective, actually. I didn't know it would work against summoned units such as spiders, but it makes perfect sense, actually. So I need to get that on my Avro ASAP. But obviously that's not going to happen anytime soon because I'm saving these. I could do these because it's really only like 10k I think you get from this first one. So this isn't even the important tactics school to save, but I'm saving them all. I want to show you at a later point why. So, okay, we're not helping anybody right now. We have to actually go explore. So we're going to explore. Actually, where are we closer to? Let's make this efficient. Yeah, so we'll go this way. I am like OCD as heck, so I like to keep things even. I like to explore around things in a nicely fashion. We also are starting to accumulate chests and XP, which is our goal, and we also get a book. This is actually gonna go on him because he's gonna be our main pilot this server. So yeah. Here's what we're gonna do actually. So instead of going for the skeleton mastery, which I would like, I'm actually gonna go with the immortal strength because it seems more beneficial. And I'm gonna throw one into fearsome more, so we could start dropping the morale of humanist troops. Let's go down to Elfgate. So this is something else I wanted to talk about too. Is this city's actually being smashed a lot, which is really unfortunate. But I recommend that people join there. If you see a city in your kingdom being destroyed, even if you have to leave your house, which may be a bigger house, so we'll use an example here. I don't know who's got a bigger house actually, but like Maiden Spring, they have 30 people. They could send them a couple guys, just to hold the lines, or even them. I mean, they have 24 already in Callaway, so that's something to consider because losing Fableton early on, it's already hard enough for them to try to siege it. If they do successfully siege it, then it's going to be even harder to get it back, and that's really far into our territory to lose. So the goal should be not to. A lot of people have been just trying to figure out how to change their name. So for all the newer players, it's up here where you see me hovering. You can go in and you can change your name right here. So I think that's helpful. Also, if you want to set profile pictures, it's down here, profile. Just watch my clicks, follow along, and we will get to it. So I don't want this to be a long video. I'm really, really trying hard to make these shorter videos. So we're not going to do all the dungeons. We're just going to go through and explore. That's all we're going to do is we're just going to open up the land, make this an exploration video, maybe talk about some small details, pick up a couple things here and there. Like I said, usually you would leave all of these on the ground, but because I'm free to play, I actually do have to pick up more than I thought. Otherwise, I won't have the resources. So that would, that right there, I did that. And I'm going to do all of the resource wagons because two reasons. One, they'll deliver on their own, but two, I actually did this, remember? So I think that I get that reward. I don't really know 100% how this works yet, so I will totally go over this a bajillion times because I'm learning it as well. I do need elixir. I need a lot of these things, especially as leech. Leech is a elixir heavy race. They're the only elixir heavy race, actually, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what Sylvani jump into, but they're pretty much the only race that doesn't use gold to get their units. Alright, so we fully explored. These are great units to have early on. I might actually, I can't, because I don't have the army cap for them. Oh, I do. They're for 72 though, and then they can't upgrade, so that's why they're actually not worth it, but they used to be level 5s, I thought. And I haven't had to use them a long time because I've never been, not never, but I haven't been on a free account or a low spending account in a long time. But early game, they're good to get early cities. Because they don't die as often either. They actually do a really good job at running around the enemy. I should do a lot of this off screen, realistically, but I'm focusing Gazelle, obviously. We talked about builds and races and what heroes are important to me and what heroes aren't important to me. Obviously, they're all important right now because I'm free, but Gazelle is going to be my heavy hitter. He's going to be the reason why my team thrives, if it thrives. So we need to make sure that we continue focusing on him, right? We've started to get a good community together here. I did start the Dragon Chat. Actually, you know what? Technically, someone else started it, and I just started adding people to it. It was just 3 of us, and I commandeered it and used it as our Dragon Chat. He's okay with it because, we've got us a whole bunch more people to talk to, so I don't think he minded too much. I don't think he even really knew what I was doing as I was doing it. So eat those. These are the medium cities. So I'm actually, once I get settled, right? And I feel like I've explained all the basics. For all the leaders on these servers or on future servers, I'm going to also explain strategic mentalities on land and what you want to have and not have control of. So I'm going to get into the more background leadership stuff soon, and basically strategies a team I'm going to cover as well. I'm trying to find guys that understand the game kind of like I do, so they can help me make these videos, because I would love to be able to start hitting walls with people, especially guys who are higher up on the leaderboard than me, because they can clear something and then somebody lower like me can clean up the resources, so, or just break down the wall. So that's kind of what I want to get to, is where I'm showing you how you work as a team, whether you're a paid to play player or a free to play player. And unfortunately, you can survive without a paid to play player, but unfortunately they do make it easier if you have one on your team for large duels and battles. Like, so take example, we have a 39k, right? Paco's 63k. That means every fight that we fight with yellow, we're probably gonna lose. Are we the weakest kingdom? No, Dumbo still is. But yeah, so that means every fight we fight we're pretty much gonna lose. And unfortunately, green is on the opposite end of yellow, so they're not gonna fight for a while, which is good for them, but bad for everybody else over here. Whereas green has competitors in scarlet they're gonna be fighting, and competitors in purple. We don't have any competitors. We really, really are in a very tough place, so it's going to rely heavily on our teamwork to accomplish things. Now, I've already talked to the leader of Athlete, as of this point at least, and I've explained to him that I may not stay in this kingdom because I'm looking to level up quickly, and subsidiary chests are going to be the way I do that. So I love this new feature, upgrading all. I think it's so efficient. And I'm supposed to be exploring lands. Let's not make this another 30-minute video. I really don't want these videos to be this long. I wanted them to be so much shorter, you know? Or maybe we can just explore some land for now. Yeah, why don't we... No, because it's an explanatory video, and that's what stinks, is that I unfortunately kind of have to cover a lot of this. You know what, we'll do the boss, and then we'll end the video. I'm happy we found that. And I was right, remember I called it. I said the Hydra was either in Kieran Hall or Charberry. It seems that he was in Charberry. I was wrong originally, but I did correct myself before we had even walked into this area. It's crazy because I'm thinking about it. You guys aren't even going to see this video for quite some time. Alright, so let's take a chunk out of this guy. I don't think this is going to be too difficult to win. I'm going to do my tank trick that I taught you. I believe, like I said, scorpions are the version of spearmen. They do bonus damages or something like that to larger units. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm going to follow my friend's advice, turning media completely off while I do my fight, because I think that was very good advice on his end. I'm going to throw these skeletons in just because I think that they will be helpful. We're going to throw acolytes in because we need damage. And you know what? This is a great thing about Leech that people really don't talk about, is I'm going to throw mummies in. So I shouldn't have used mummies in that PvP that I fought earlier, but mummies in this situation would be really good. Because they will revive any troops that this guy decides he's going to bring back from the dead, and, you know, etc. We'll throw these guys in behind you, just for the heck of it. So let's start loading up our heroes. This is going to be a really tacky setup, but it's a boss. I'm not even really stressing this, to be honest. I'm going to put her over there, closer to my silver scorpions, her more centered, and let's give it a go. I'm not too worried about this. See, oh my god, that's a perfect example. Like, you didn't even get to see it because it happened so fast, but Grimm's just wipes stuff out with that suppressive fire. So here's my trick that I use. I know that my Rufio is taking aggro, and I do this on bosses where you jump behind and actually start hitting him from the back, and it should work. It did, kind of. He's going a little haywire now, but the goal was kind of achieved. Yeah, the goal is kind of achieved there. And then there's another way you can do this too. It sucks because I'm about to get rid of some of my little units, but it's okay. Is you summon the giant behind him, and he will turn to fight the giant. For whatever reason, they aggro on the giants pretty quick. And I'm going to get a res off so I can get some more units. But that's the great thing about the Leech, is that you can actually get your troops for free. So when you start fighting silver dungeons and stuff, you will never have to make silver troops. Anybody who makes silver troops, you don't need to. Silver scorpions maybe, but all of your skeletal based troops, you can revive. from other people's troops, so you don't have to do that. I did lose one acolyte. That's kind of rough, but that's okay. We'll hope for a resurrection, I guess. And I didn't get it, but that's okay. We did get the 200 honor. That's big. Big gains. I think maybe we wait for it to get delivered. Objective. Deliver wagons from resource points around north. Yeah, so okay, that's on my end. I don't know if he actually needs to do the same. I am going to pick all of this up. It's only 4K. It's not a big deal. We are completing sets, which is good too. Yeah, I'm going to end this video. You don't need to see the rest of this. You've already seen things of this nature. So, that's it, guys. So I keep mentally evolving.